Right, as I mentioned, I have got time, but unfortunately, we've got the wife here looking after our granddaughter. So I kind of feel a little bit guilty that I'm not helping her. So when she's gone for a bath now, so I'm just going to make every opportunity to just get on a little bit and get things done. Now, if you remember this case here, the side casing, it's not bad. As I say, there are scratches, same as the other side. My plan is to sand those, just sand this back, and I've got some new plastic paint, and the primer's come now. So the plan is in a minute is to, that little hole there, which obviously it's the clutch has wound that down, made the hole. I don't know if that was put on when it was running, I'm not sure, but obviously it's a little bit tight. So the plan is I've got this little fiberglass repair kit here. So the plan is I'm going to put some tape over there, and then I'm going to just put some layers of, it's all been cleaned, sanded and panel wiped. I'm going to just put just a couple of layers of fiberglass on there, which will make that solid, but not too thick because I don't want the same problem again. And then once that's all dry, I've got some plastic, sorry, I don't know if you can see, got some plastic filler which will just fill that over nicely, and then we can get it painted. So the other thing was this last night, this is the little spring cover under the saddle. It was all scratched and everything, and I've washed it, sanded it down last night. So I'm going to try that out with a little bit of plastic primer and paint, see how it comes out with that one. So I'm just going to fill this little hole with some fiberglass. I'll just get some little strips cut off, only a couple maybe, just to support the fill of the other side. Right, I've just taped that side up and just mixed up a little bit of this. I'm just going to paste a little bit of that on there first, bit to stick to. And so I don't want to go too OTT with this because I don't want the same problem happening again. Okay, so let's just lay first bit in there like that, and then we can dab that down. Right, let me carry on doing that, and then I'll just put another one on. Right, okay, so that's nice and thin, but it's got loads of this hardener on it, so that will hopefully go nice and hard, and I'll let that dry for a bit, and I can then take that off and we'll go over with some plastic filler, so it's got a base to it. So yeah, all this needs to be sanded, so does the other side. So for today, I think what I'm going to do is just give this a paint, see how it comes out, and then I'll get on and get this sanded in my own time, and while she's out later, and then perhaps we can get that into paint tomorrow or whenever I get a chance again, and once I get this filled. Right, we're just going to do a little experiment on here. I have just gone over with some panel wipe again. So this is the Rust-Oleum plastic primer. And we let that dry, obviously it's white, and then we can go over with this light grey, and hopefully that should we can use this on those side panels, or that one anyway. So let me just give this a shake. I'll come back to you once this is done and we can get some paint on. All right, well of course the wind's picked up now, so as you would expect, and I'm just going to do something. No flies here at the moment, just the wind now. So just go over with this plastic primer, see how it adheres, and then we can let that dry and go over with the grey. Okay, I think that'll do. I'll give it another coat and let that dry for a bit, another coat, and then we'll try the grey. Right, that's left the second coat for about 20 minutes now, so we're going to try and see how this light grey gloss colour looks on here. Quite a stiff thing, this one, not as easy as the other one. Right, I'll just go round, I'll get one coat on and maybe another couple of coats. Right, okay, so I've done a couple of coats of grey on there. It's come up really nice, very smooth, which is what we want. And I think what I can do is probably put just a layer of lacquer over there just to protect it as well in a minute, let that dry a bit more, and I'll say get some lacquer on there. Now later on, once the wife's out, I'm going to sand down the side panels as well, and next stage will be to paint those and get that little hole filled, and so I'll leave it for today. Again, it's only bits and pieces for the week because, as I say, I just feel I can't do much because of the granddaughter here. So I'll get some lacquer on that one, and I'll get on and sand the plastic back with the two side panels, and I can get some, go for this system again, get some paint on there. But that's actually very smooth considering what it used to look like. Well, back after a couple of days again now, so I'm doing this a little bit every day, and then probably tomorrow or Saturday I'll do the proper video at the, you know, where I'll get on and do something and sort of finish off the video. But this is all done through the week. As I say, I've got no time at all indoors with the wife looking after the granddaughter and me having to help as well. But I'm going to paint the side panels today. They have all been roughed up and a lot of the scratches have been taken out. I'm going to start painting that same as I did that little test piece. But if you have a look at that, I'm really happy. It's come out pretty much 100%, which is unusual for me. So that's the colour it'll be. It's lovely. I put the gloss on as well, the lacquer, so that looks nice. I'm hoping that's going to end up the same, but we shall see. Right, the problem today isn't flies, it's a little bit of drizzle every now and again. It's okay at the moment. I'll just give it a go on this panel here. It's all, as I say, sanded back, and it's been panel wiped. This is the other one, which I'll do separately. That's all nice and smooth now where that little hole was, and we put the fiberglass in there, so that's actually quite nice. But I will just do this one separately. I don't want to bore you too much with painting. We'll just get the primer on, and I'll get on with the other coats, and we'll see how it comes out. The problem today is not going to be flies, but it's drizzle. I can feel a little bit of drizzle in the air again, so I'll probably have to move this. So I'll get back to you once we can guarantee no drizzle. But moved on to plan B now. I moved it just under the gazebo. It's not drizzly just at the moment, but I just know what will happen as soon as I get the first coat on. There'll be little dots all over it where the rain's gone. So under the gazebo, hopefully, excuse me, it should be a bit better here. Get the mask on and get some primer on. To be honest, I will stop for a minute because there is little drops of rain on it. Absolutely typical, isn't it? I'll wait for this to dry and sand them off before we carry on. There's no need to, I don't want to have little bubbles of water in there. Only small little bits, but yeah, a little bit of drizzle. So let that dry, I'll get those little spots out and then carry on again. Finally back to you again now. I did sand that back, those little bits where the water was. Went over the primer and touched wood. It seems to be salvaged the situation. It just seems a shame, but yeah, there has been a little bit of drizzle out there, but under here we should be okay. So it's been drying a little while now, so I'm going to go over with this Colour It quick drying paint. It's grey, light grey again. So let's put one coat on. So I'm not going to bore you with it all. So let's just give this a quick first coat. So I'll carry on doing that and then see how that goes. Right, so we had the final coat of the grey on. I've now gone over with the 2-pack clear coat, so you can see here that's actually turned out really nice. So I've got to get on with the other bit in a minute, so just go in the shed briefly. I'll show you what I'm going to have to carry on doing. This rack is on temporary, it's clipped in there, but it's on temporary. So what I'm going to do, I've still got all these bits to go on, and up here's the mud guard at the back, that needs cleaning up and polish. And then the other thing I need to do, if I'm doing all of that, is get that sanded down, and I can powder coat it or just paint it. Yeah, so that's the rear light, obviously. So that's I've still got the wheel to do. That needs all the gearbox done. This is all polished as best as possible. The headlight bracket, and over here is the headlight. I've just got one thing to do. There's this need to have a bulb go in there. I forget what they call them now. The bulb that goes across there, which lights up the light to say that they're on. But I don't know quite where it is. But the where's it gone? Here, somewhere in there. But basically, it's snapped off here somewhere. So but that's got to be insulated, because the earth is up this end. So I've got to put some perhaps fibre washers in there and a small bolt. I've got some small bolts which should hopefully hold that. But I'd like to have got another case ready for this, but it's okay. So I'll just give that a polish and we get that on as well. Right, back again now. Just going to finish off this video with a little bit of powder coating. This is the obviously the number plate bracket holder thing. I have actually, I'm pleased to say, got the Nova certificate back from customs. For anyone that's not in the UK, it's a notification of vehicle arrival, I think. And although it was already registered here, customs still have to give you a certificate before you can get it registered with the DLVA, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, I believe. So, so I'm going to get this sanded down today. Hopefully get this powder coated into a grey or silver. I do have a couple of rubber bushes in there. Hopefully I can get them out, because I won't be able to powder coat it with them in there. And from the week, this is the side panel now, one of them, and I managed to get the Piaggio on there. It's 3D, so it feels, and they stick really well. If you remember, that it has an extra bolt hole the other side, and what I've done is I could fit Piaggio in there quite nicely, but not with the emblem. So what I've done on both of them, I've got the Piaggio there, and on this end we've got the Piaggio logo here, and I've done exactly the same on the other side. Did have a bit of trouble when I was putting the other side away the other day. Went to sort of carefully get it in under here. What did it do? Flipped over. I had to redo the top of the clutch area again, but never mind, it's okay. So they both look the same now. They've got this Piaggio logo on there, and I'm just waiting for a sticker with Patricia on there for my, as it's named after my auntie. She's over the moon that I've named it after her, but she's 85, can't get out much now. So it's a bit of a tribute to my auntie. So that's going to go somewhere, Patricia. So I'll get this out of the way so it don't get covered in dust. I'm keeping it indoors at the moment. So I'm going to get on, sand this one down, hopefully get those bushes out, and then we get those two powder coated, and we'll call it a day. Right, lucky enough I was able to get the little bushes out. This goes in the centre of those bushes, but I'll just grease it up once that's done. This is the other one main bar that goes through. It's got these horrible little lock nut things on here, or lock washers or whatever. So what I decided to do, I'm going to just put normal clean washers on there, brand new ones. And I've got one of these, I forget what you call them, a nut with the nylon in there, nylon lock nut, whatever. So that's done. Right, so I'm just going to give, what I'm doing, I'm giving it a coat of, oh, what was it? Can't think straight now. But anyway, it's a silver, but obviously what was in the bottle was all lumpy and everything, but then I got a packet of new stuff, which was good. So hopefully that will be okay. I think what I have to do in future, when I am going to powder coat something, a project, well then I need to buy the paint, rather than let it stand around for a couple of years. So right, so bear with me. I'm just gonna, I've actually put some heat resistant tape around there. That's just because that's where the clamp goes. So let's start doing this. So bear with me, I'll just get rid of these and get the mask on, and we'll start just getting a bit of a coat on here. I have acetoned this one first, by the way, so it is all clean. Right, I think that's that side done, so I'm going to go hang it now with this and just do around this side. Much better when the powder's not lumpy and bumpy, it just goes on nicely. Well, I think that should do. I'll go and get this in the oven. Okay, so that's in the oven now, and as I've mentioned before, it's normally 10 minutes at 180 degrees. Well, 180 degrees there, but it's cold oven, so we go for about 13. That should do it. So just leave that one for now. Right, once that one comes out, I'll get on. You don't need to see this. I'll paint that one, acetone that. The colour was right in front of me, nickel silver. I decided the black is a bit 50-50 at the moment. It's a bit lumpy. I don't want any great chunks going all over it, so I don't think it'll hurt just to do that in a nickel silver. Just be a bit different, wouldn't it? So let that one do. I'll do this one, get that in the oven, and then we'll just see how they came out. Right, well, the number plate bracket has just come out. That's still hot, but yeah, it's actually come out really nice. So I'll let this cool down properly. I'll get the little bits and pieces back in the bushes and what have you, grease them up, and then next episode be less boring. We can get on and put some bits and pieces back together. There's the number plate bracket. That's come out nice as well. Won't actually see it and have the number plate on it, but that's done anyway. So that's it for this week. A little bit every day, so it's all been preparation, but hopefully might be able to do the next video in a day, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's it for now. Okay, well, finally back to Jenny again at the end. As I say, I'm sure it's a bit boring. As I say, watching paint is not exactly the most interesting thing to watch, but at least that's done. So now the next video I can actually get some of those things back together again at the back. I've obviously still got to do the mud guard that needs to be polished and whatever, but that can go back on the next episode. So I'm sure it's a little bit boring, but if I just didn't film that, I'd have nothing this week. So until the next time, you take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.